A couple weeks ago, I made the announcement in our 4 million subscribers episode that I had purchased for us a lush forest, as well as an additional 82 acres, i.e. 62 football fields worth of mixed agricultural and remote landscape. We did this for 3 reasons. First, these lands would become our current and future nature reserves / eco-sanctuaries for wild ants, as well as the animals that depend on them to thrive in their native habitats without having to worry one bit about pesticides, habitat destruction, or harmful human activities to threaten their existence. Basically, it would be our conservation project to help the ants and Mother Nature out a bit. Second, these lands undoubtedly host a ton of amazing wild ant colonies for us to discover and film along the way, and hopefully teach others how important ants are in the ecosystems of the world, and inspire them to love ants just as much as we do here on the channel. Finally, having our forest and 82 acres of land gives us a unique opportunity to help contribute to science as we uncover the ant secrets the land holds, which surprisingly enough, we already did twice now within our forest when we became the first in the world to discover new geographic locations of 2 ant species. There's definitely still so much out there for us to discover hiding within the wilderness of our lands. And crossing fingers, I still hope we're able to discover and name a brand new ant species undiscovered by science. But just this week, guys, an even wilder and more crazy idea came to me that I felt might help take these cool conservation projects of ours one step further. AC family, I did some brainstorming, and today I can't wait to show you what I have planned. I want to build a Jurassic Park for ants that maybe one day you'd be able to visit if all goes well. Promise, no velociraptor ants breaking out and eating everybody. But guys, I want all of you at home to be involved in the creation of our new ant conservation park, which, if plans do push through, would be open to the public. Welcome to Antopia Park, here on the Ants Canada Ant Channel. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Welcome to the AC family. Enjoy. Now, I just want to say that I'm not 100% sold on the idea of an ant Jurassic Park just yet. And I even asked you guys what you thought about the whole idea in a community tab post this week. But today, I'll be talking about your mixed reactions, as well as what your great AC Senate thought about this crazy idea. I'll also cover all of my ideas for our possible future ant park, all the pros and cons of building such a place. We'll also take a sample guided tour through our ant park and catch up on the ants living in our forest. But most important of all, I will be needing all of your help deciding on a few things, so keep on watching until the end. So let's start with what you guys thought about the idea of creating an ant conservation park open to the public. Prior to brainstorming, I decided to run the idea of an ant Jurassic Park by you guys, posting on my community tab. Should I create an 82-acre Jurassic Park for ants, open to the public / tourists? Here's what you said. Surprisingly, 75% of you were for the idea, saying you'd love to go to a place like that. A quarter of you, however, felt it wasn't a good idea, in fear of people or tourists littering or destroying the land of our beloved ants and creatures. Your great AC Senate, who I also asked, was even more on the fence, with almost half of the AC senators voting against the idea. Thank you to all who voted and gave your valuable input. I read through all of your amazing comments, heard you out, and took all of your valuable feedback into consideration. And so here, AC family, is what I came up with for a Jurassic Park for ants that just might work. Okay, so we've got 2 large ant properties, each separated by thousands of miles. In fact, the larger property is on an entirely different island. Let's call Antopia, which includes our new forest, Location A, and our 82-acre plot of land, Location B. But both properties will be called Antopia Park. Okay, not the most original name nor logo, but this is tentative for now, for the purposes of this video. But feel free to give name suggestions for our future ant conservation park in the comments, so I can choose my favorites for us to vote on in a future video, and design an appropriate logo. Alright, so picture this. Just like in the fictional Jurassic Park movie series, we could have 2 working locations. Antopia, i.e. Location A, could act as our smaller, more localized Antopia Park, and the 82 acres, i.e. Location B, our bigger, large-scale conservation ant park. Now my idea is to first launch Phase 1, where we make Antopia open to visitors first. Then we could see what actually works and what doesn't work out, and apply what we learned to our larger Location B. Now, a lot of you were concerned that a large number of tourists would not be good due to littering or destroying of habitat, particularly for Antopia, which is less than half a hectare of land and forest. I agree with this, so here's what I propose. We start small with Antopia Park Location A. I was thinking visitors could be small groups and by reservation only. An AC Senate member even suggested that only scientific academia be allowed to visit Antopia Park to conduct research. Not sure about that because I'd love for non-scientists to get a chance to learn about ants too. But how about if we could control the volume of visitors coming in by making Antopia Park visitations a per-booking basis? Then we'd be able to control and monitor the activities of the park's visitors, perhaps allowing 3 to 5 groups of 10 people max per day, and each group have a tour guide accompanying them. What do you guys think of this? I'll be doing a sample guided tour through Antopia Park by yours truly in a sec, so hang tight for that. In terms of Antopia Park Location B, I don't foresee a ton of tourists traveling there either, because it's truly a remote area, an almost 3-hour car ride from the closest airport. I think only the most hardcore ant lovers would be willing to make the trek over to Antopia Park Location B. But if not, I think we could make visitation there also for reservation only, and control tourist volume and activity that way. Now in terms of overnight stay, I have thought of this too. Some of you were concerned that building a hotel or other building on the land was counterproductive, as it would necessarily mean we clear natural habitat to make way for a man-made building. And I agree, which is why I propose something else. Treehouse villas. So AC family, get this. Remember how we have many huge trees that make up the canopy in Antopia? Now imagine 3 to 5 treehouse villas, whose architecture and look is inspired by weaver ant nests, connected of course by stairs and bridges, and lit by lanterns shaped like weaver ant nests. It might give people a chance to experience what it feels like being weaver ants, living high up in the trees. Would you stay at a weaver ant treehouse villa at Antopia Park? Another option is to allow for camping, but perhaps in tents, raised off the ground on legs. Of course, our visitors need food and refreshments, so at Antopia Park Location A, food would need to be prepared at the ant house for each group. That way we don't need to build a restaurant on Antopia. We could also offer meals from eco-friendly local restaurants that deliver food in recyclable food containers and such. This option wouldn't be feasible for Antopia Park Location B, however, because there are no restaurants anywhere for miles, so food would need to come from the local farmers who are farming on some of the land, which is actually great because it gives them work and provides them and their families a livelihood and an awesome community purpose. And here's one final cool idea before we embark on our sample guided tour of Antopia Park. Tell me if you'd try eating this. One thing we could offer on the menu are entomophagy options, basically food made from insects. Did you know we humans can now make breads, pastas, burgers, hot dogs, chips, snacks, and candies from insects? We could offer deep-fried cricket salad, mealworm burgers, and even pizza made with insect dough, topped with weaver ant pupae. Now you may think eating insects and ants seems counterintuitive, seeing as Antopia Park promotes saving them. But entomophagy, or the eating of insects for food, is actually a better and more sustainable source of protein for humans than the mass-produced hormone and antibiotic-filled meats from livestock. In fact, the mass meat industry is quite destructive to the environment due to the unnatural surplus of animal waste produced by the livestock which enters the ecosystem, as well as the space needed to farm and process these animals. You simply don't experience these problems with farming insects. Plus, insects are a healthier protein source, nutritionally, than red meats. Anyway, all of these ideas seem crazy, I'm sure. But what excites me the most about the whole idea of Antopia Park is the prospect of giving you guys actual guided tours, live and in person. Doing this would pretty much be like what I'm doing already through these videos, but in real life. And my script would pretty much be different every time, depending on what we actually get to see. So AC family, come with me now on a hypothetical tour through Antopia Park, location A. And let me know if this is something you'd make the effort to travel for. Good day, fellow ant lovers. Welcome to Antopia Park. I'm your tour guide, Ants Canada, and today we're going to trek through our ant forest to do some wild ant spotting. I'd like to remind everyone that littering and smoking are absolutely not allowed anywhere on the park grounds. And we suggest you keep your fingers to yourselves throughout this tour, as there are a ton of plants, animals, and fungi that can kill you. Please feel free to raise your hand if you have any questions at any point during this tour. And remember to be extra careful not to step on the ants. Alright, now let's go! Now if you look along the ground and into the leaf litter here, you'll spot a trail of Asian marauder ants, known scientifically as Caribera diversa. These ants are found throughout Antopia, and what makes them special are their huge supermajors, which specialize in cutting things open and defense. You may even spot some of the smaller miners riding them to save energy. Could you imagine being one of these supermajors, having your sisters piggyback riding you all day? That would be a major drag. Now, if you listen closely up in the treetops, you'll hear the resounding screeching chorus of some really loud insects. Those are cicadas, males singing to attract females. The life cycle of these cicadas are actually quite amazing. They start off hatching underground from eggs as nymphs. And the species you hear now spend 17 long years developing underground, feeding from tree sap from roots, and then after their 17 years of development, they emerge from the ground and perform their final molt, leaving behind their shed skin, which are the empty casings of exoskeletons you see here. The adults that emerge from these skins are beautiful and fully winged, and fly up to the treetops to mate and give birth to the next generation of cicadas, which will take another 17 years to mature. Oh, look here! The final molt is a critical one because it's above ground where the cicada is completely vulnerable to predators. And as you can see here, a mob of weaver ants have managed to catch this molting cicada at just the right time. Poor cicada. I don't know why they won't just weaver alone. Speaking of weaver ants, known scientifically as Ecophilus maridina, you'll find trails of them all over the forest here at Antopia Park, as they're one of the top predators as far as ants go, and eat a variety of different insects. They're hanging leaf nests, which they create using their larvae silk to bind the leaves together, were the inspiration to your treehouse villas that you'll be staying in tonight. And speaking of which, the shampoos and soaps available in your bathrooms are eco-friendly, sulfate-free, and organic. In fact, all of Antopia Park is a 100% zero-waste, eco-friendly establishment, run via solar energy, and only eco-friendly products used, including the vinegar and baking soda used to clean your toilets and bathtubs, and eco-friendly detergents to clean your bed sheets. Here, frequenting the treetops, are acrobat ants, belonging to the genus Chromatogaster. These amazing native ants, named after their ability to walk with their gasters flexed over their heads, are found throughout Antopia Park's forest ravine. We're actually waiting for an exact species ID on these girls, and we're all crossing our fingers because there's a chance that they may possibly be a new undiscovered species. In fact, towards the entrance of the park in the open field, if you look to the ground, you may have noticed an ant species that is very abundant here in Antopia Park that we recently discovered a few weeks ago and was a bit of a scientific breakthrough of sorts. They are Meranopus bicolor, a beautiful ant, which we at Antopia Park first discovered to be native to the country. Formerly, scientists hadn't known they existed in this country. They are now forever known here as Ant 555, as they're the 555th ant to be added to the country's species list. Wandering into this dried-up seasonal creek, if you glance up here in this tree, you'll see yet another scientific discovery we made. Dilobocondyla carinata is their scientific name, and just last week, we were the first to record the species on this island. So, as you can see, Antopia Park hosts many hidden myrmecological secrets, left for all of us to discover. Yes, You have a question, sir. I'm having trouble seeing your name tag. Ah, there we go. Mr. Malcolm. What was your question?
Yes, hi. I'm just curious. How are you funding Antopia Park? Is this government funded or sustained through donations?
Great question, sir. Antopia Park is private property of the Ants Canada Ant Channel and run by its board of directors, the AC family, as well as its stakeholders, known as the AC Senate. We also have a great team of volunteers who are mostly students that likely hate bugs, but just need to rack up the volunteer hours to graduate. Just kidding. I do hear Antopia Park may open an Adopt a Forest program in the future, but what do I know? I'm just a tour guide here, man. Alright, and that concludes our tour of Antopia Park. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and feel free to stop by our gift shop at antscanada.com and pick up any of our ant keeping kits, ant farms, or merch, which will go towards further developing Antopia Park, as well as its operation costs. So AC family, what do you guys think? Do you think this Antopia Park idea is feasible? Perhaps the dream is ambitious, but I've learned in life, you gotta dream big. If there's one thing we can learn from the ants we love on this channel, it's that with hard work and a million baby steps, grain by grain, eventually it all adds up and gradually produces a mountain anthill, wouldn't you say? I once read a biography of a random 18-year-old kid who scored his first job in Kansas City over 100 years ago as a cartoonist. That kid would later go on to build the multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate known today as the Walt Disney Company. All great things start off small. You know, when I first started this channel almost 12 years ago, keeping ants in homemade ant farms in my little bedroom at my parents' house in Canada, I always felt ants were the most amazing creatures on the planet that probably had a bad rap. They just needed to be shown in a different light, in their true beauty, in their brilliant magnificence, and in the right context. I never imagined 12 years later we'd ever be doing large-scale projects like this to help the ants on a more global scale. And yet, here we are. I don't intend on stopping, and we'll keep seeing how far we can go and push the boundaries of ant love. And as far as I'm concerned, you guys are all ant love ambassadors who have continued to blow me away again and again over the years. From just browsing the comments, to seeing the sheer number of you who watch these videos every week, to seeing your amazing participation in helping me make decisions for the ants, and watching our AC family grow, it's easy to see just how much ant love exists in you guys, and how much the ants featured in these videos have impacted a lot of you in some way or another. And it's truly an inspiring and humbling thing for a nerdy ant lover like me to witness. If these videos could cause just one person who sees an ant crawling by to not squish it for no reason, that to me means the channel has done its job successfully. If this is you, thank you for giving ants a chance and for allowing them into your hearts. I do feel Antopia Park, or whatever you think we should call it, could do some really great things for both the ants of the world as well as ourselves one day, if it ever does become a reality. And until the magical day comes when I am privileged enough to give you a personal tour through Antopia Park, thank you all for watching and supporting the ants. It's Ant Love forever. I received a notification on my mobile. It was a message from Dr. General regarding the chromatogaster ants we sent him from our forest in Antopia. I wondered if he had exciting news to share with us. Did it turn out to be a new undiscovered ant species? Well, AC family, you guys won't believe the awesome news he had for us regarding the little black chromatogaster ants collected from our Antopian forest. AC family, did you enjoy today's episode? Would you visit Antopia Park? Can you guess what awesome news Dr. General had to share with us regarding the chromatogaster ants from Antopia? I will reveal the answer in next week's episode. So much nature and ant fun is ahead, so if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Come be a part of the exciting ant fun and discovery, and smash that subscribe button and bell icon now, and hit all, so you get notified at every upload. Also, don't forget to hit the like button every single time, including now. It would really mean a lot to me, guys. Thank you. AC in our colony, I have left a hidden cookie for you here. If you would like to watch extended play scenes of the ants we saw during our Antopia Park tour. And guys, be sure to visit antscanada.com for all your ant keeping and collecting gear shipped to you in a special package from our ant loving facility in the USA, so you can get the most out of your ant keeping experience. We ship worldwide and also offer full email support if you need our help. We also have a helpful forum and ant colony trading marketplace on the site. Visit antscanada.com today. And now it's time for the AC question of the week. Last week we asked, name one layer of a healthy forest. Congratulations to Disco Turkey Games, who answered the canopy or overstory. Congratulations, Disco Turkey, you just won a free ultimate ant keeping handbook from our shop. In this week's AC question of the week, we ask, what is your favorite part of the Antopia Park idea? Leave your answer in the comment section, and you could also win a free ultimate ant keeping handbook from our shop. Hope you can subscribe to the channel as we upload every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video to help us keep making more. It's Ant Love forever.